All right, again. All right, welcome again, Vanguard World. This is JJ or K-Bop, whatever you want to call me by. This is gonna be my Varga deck profile. This is actually one of my two most favorite decks I've actually liked to run ever since the Divine series started. So here we go. For the red line, of course, we're gonna run Varga, our Axe Boy here, and of course, this shouldn't be no surprise in most decks anymore these days with Dragon Empire. So the reason I swapped out the original Grid one for this guy, it's easy. Sword Blast, ride. It's just a free ride. I shouldn't have to talk much about how the ride line works these days. Most people just run this in most Varga decks anyways. Or any deck pretty much that just decks to accelerate into their plays. Then of course we're running 4 copies of Chambala here. Sorry if my pronunciation's a little off here. It's still morning and my voice is going in and out. You definitely want to run 4 copies of this because you want to see as much as possible because you really want to activate that worm state. Definitely Varga, way much better, more powerful. I mean, people see this hits the field, they start really starting to feel the pressure. You really want to run this card at 4. I don't see why you shouldn't run it any more than that. We got a nice little 2 of here. This card's nice because you can send this card back to your hand and gain a 10k shield as long as you're in Varga. I know most players are saying this card's a little late to the game, but I actually find having a defensive card that I can bring back to my hand a lot better than most people think it is. Just having another 10k shield, it gains power on attack as well. So, I mean, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't even run this at 2, more than 2. And of course, our 1-0 staple. He's been here since the beginning. There's no reason to cut this guy out of your deck at 1. He's just nice to have when you get him on the field. So, I mean, there's not much to say here. Then, of course, we got our 4 of Drag Ritter, Shiruri. Shiruri's always been a 4 of. You're not going to really change much on this. She's a nice staple. She helps boost cards back into your hand. And the best part is you can revive her. Even on revival, you can activate her effect again to give her another 5k. So she becomes a 25k attacker or a 35k attacker if you've already gone Persona Ride or more. I mean, she's just a must at 4. I don't care who you are. If you're cutting her down, the lowest side to go is 3. I wouldn't go anything lower than that. Then, of course, we got our Energy Cyclers. These guys are you don't have to really run him anymore, but you can if you want to. I still have mine in here just because I find use for him more not times than not. But he's definitely replaceable these days, so keep that in mind. And then, of course, we're running 2 of the newest Drag Ritter card because shields are nice. She gives you one of these as long as you can do the effect and put 2 copies of her of the ride into the thing over back in the ride deck again, up face up, and having another 50k shield added to your hand is always perfect. Always keep that in mind. You can run her at 4, you can run her at 2. I find her fine at 2 in my build, so up to you. Another one is the new Ace Unit card. This is just in here for funsies. Really, I mean, you don't really have to want it. If anything, I'd probably boost her back up to 3, but this is your choice. This is my choice, but it's up to you. And here, of course, another 4 of is this young lady right here. Ever since she's been out, she's been a very fantastic card for the build. For anyone who really wants to know how to use her properly, we will probably have a game with this here shortly. And she's just fun because she's just draw power. I love bouncing her back to my hand. Even if you do bounce her back with a hand, with the sacrifice, you still get the draw on her. So most people are like iffy on that part. So that'll probably come through. Now these are 3 ofs. honestly. I mean, you can run him at 4, but you'll see why I have him at 3. Just because you can bring him back, you can boost and bring him back and boost again, which is really nice. I mean, I wouldn't cut him more down to 3, 4 at max. And this is the reason why my deck is what it is. This guy is a base rare, but he's a fantastic base rare for the deck. Just because you don't have to sacrifice him if he's the one up in your back row. So, especially if you're going to use him for a boost behind, say, like Varga, when you're in your mailworm state, definitely I recommend him no more than 3, 2 at the least. And then, of course, I'm running this guy at 2. I know there's another better card out there right now, but I don't have copies of right here. She's like at $12 a piece. I will get back to you on that. I'm working on getting those right now, but right now he's a fun card. He's a really good card to use right now, especially when you want to try to get into especially when you want to go into your mailworm saying you don't have a copy in your hand. So I want to do more than just 2 of him. And then, of course, 3 normal PGs and our 1 Elemental Sanctitude. Now, for triggers, of course, we're using the Water Spirit trigger in here, just because getting a card back from the drop is nice. Extra crit, extra power, always fun with Varga. It just makes people just want to squirm in their seats when they see that coming. 3 fronts. I use the 20k shield fronts in here just because I like the shield value, and honestly, Varga doesn't really need much draw power in shield when it comes to triggers, just because the deck already cycles through itself pretty well. So fronts are my go-to, and of course, 8 crits as usual. We got our standard Soling crits, other our kitty cats. Why not? Then of course, 4 heals, basic.